Our top focus at this hour, UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab, who is on a 4-day visit to India, is expected to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. Dominic Raab came and held bilateral talks with his Indian counterpart, Jaishankar, on Tuesday. The two leaders discussed a wide range of issues, including bilateral, regional and international affairs of mutual interest. The two leaders also spoke about their plans for a post-COVID world.
Oxford University and AstraZeneca and the Serum Institute, India, have been working very closely together, and the Institute is now planning to produce 1 billion doses of the Oxford vaccine by the end of next year, many of which will be destined for low and middle income countries. And that is the UK and India working together to transform people's lives around the world.
Raab also held a meeting with the Minister of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Prakash Javadekar. The two leaders discussed ways to tackle climate change. Raab said that the UK and India will work closely on the matter. Raab is also expected to hold a meeting with India's Education Minister, Ramesh Pokhriyal. He will then go to Bengaluru to meet Karnataka State Chief Minister, B.S. Yediyurappa. A statement released by the Ministry of External Affairs said, and I quote, Mr. Raab's visit will pave the way for further strengthening of the partnership across trade, defence, climate, migration, education and health in the post-COVID and post-Brexit context. The visit comes a month ahead of British Prime Minister Boris Johnson's trip to India. He has been invited as a chief guest for the Republic Day celebrations in January 2021, which has now been accepted by him. This is the third high-level diplomatic visit to India amid the coronavirus pandemic. For more on this, we are now being joined live by WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Thanks for joining us, Siddhant. So tell us about the agenda for the meeting expected between UK's Foreign Minister Dominic Raab and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We know that UK's Prime Minister Boris Johnson is also expected to visit India next month. So what outcomes can we expect?
Well, one of the key focus of the meeting between the UK Foreign Secretary and the Indian Prime Minister will be on the 10-year agenda, the 10-year plan between United Kingdom and India on several issues, several sectors, whether it's trade, whether it's the COVID pandemic, on collaboration on the pandemic, on how to deal with it, or whether it is climate change. We know that just yesterday, not only Dominic Raab met India's External Affairs Minister, he also met India's Environment Minister. But largely, we know the big focus is the visit of the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson to India for the Republic Day parade. That is the key focus of this visit. This is by and large a visit to set the agenda for that visit of the British Prime Minister, which will be his first visit outside of United Kingdom and Europe in a post-Brexit world. And clearly this visit starts a new chapter in the relationship of both the countries, how UK sees India as a key partner in the Indo-Pacific. In fact, hours after Dominic Raab announced that Boris Johnson will visit India yesterday, there was a statement by the 10 Downing Street in which the British Prime Minister had said that he's not only delighted to come to India, but he sees India as a vital partner in the Indo-Pacific in several sectors. So clearly a start of a new chapter in this relationship, and New Year, the month of January, we'll see that. In fact, what the British Prime Minister has done is he has extended India the invite for G7, given the fact that Britain will be the chair of the G7 for next year. And other than India, it's Australia and South Korea. So clearly G7 looks to be transformed into D10, which is 10 countries, 10 democratic countries coming together at a time of increased Chinese aggressiveness.
Right, absolutely. Now, Siddhant, tell us a little bit more about the agenda of this high-level diplomatic meeting, especially in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. It gains significance, of course, in a post-COVID world, especially now that a vaccine against the infection is a reality. And India, of course, is a leading manufacturer of vaccines globally.
Well, yesterday we saw the press statements by the Indian External Affairs Minister and the British Foreign Secretary, where, of course, the key focus was on the COVID crisis, on the vaccine. We know the collaboration between United Kingdom and India when it comes to the COVID vaccine. But India has been able to emerge itself as the pharmacy of the world amidst the COVID pandemic. In fact, India had sent 1 million masks and paracetamol to United Kingdom amidst the COVID crisis. We know UK was one of the worst affected due to the the COVID pandemic, and that was something that was really appreciated by London. So there is a clear collaboration, a big collaboration between the two countries, but this collaboration is leading towards a larger focus on collaboration in various areas. In fact, one of the key agenda of the conversation is a trade deal. The United Kingdom is looking for allies, and India is an ally which of course has a natural partnership with the United Kingdom, not only in terms of democracy but also in terms of the living bridge, the Indian diaspora, the huge Indian diaspora in United Kingdom. So there is a natural camaraderie between the two countries, and both the countries are using this as a platform to build on a stronger relationship, on a relationship which will be spanning for many decades. But the first part of this decade is something that is being talked about, including during the meeting of the Foreign Secretary with the Prime Minister, and yesterday with the Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar.
Right, all right. Siddhant, thank you so much for all your inputs, and thank you for joining us on this broadcast.